Welcome to The Culture. We rest at the pulse of the community, providing all things news, music, fashion, events, and everything that we talk about in between. It's a lifestyle. We are The Culture. Hi, and welcome to The Culture. I'm your host, Jessica Garrett-Motkins, and joining the show today is Jason Jenkins, Senior Vice President for Communications and Community Affairs for the Miami Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium, and Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix. Welcome to the show, Jason.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. With all of the wonderful things that you all have been doing, we knew we had to try to get on your schedule and bring all of the outreach efforts that you all have been making to our viewers. And recently, Formula One hosted in South Florida for the first time since 1959, the Miami Grand Prix. The event was held at the Miami International Air Dome, which is located next to Hard Rock Stadium, home of our NFL's Miami Dolphins. So there were a number of initiatives developed to impact the Black community. And I wanted us to start by talking in regards to the F1 in Schools initiative. So we'll start with this short clip and then we'll come back and speak about it with you.
I think that bringing it here to Miami, it will allow kids to see cars differently. This is something that I would have loved to have as a kid.
F1 in Schools is the world's largest STEM competition, and basically they're tasked with building an entire Formula One race team. Starting with the name, moving on to marketing, business plans, developing the cars, you name it, it's all in there.
Students come here and they get hands-on experience. They also get individuals who are in the field to come in and do one-on-one hands-on activities with them.
And so seeing the kids' experiences is like, this may spark their interest to say, I want to build this.
We actually do have students that are in Formula One now through this F1 in Schools program.
You're talking about Formula One, most of our children have never heard of Formula One. It's opening up the minds of our children and giving them the opportunity to see something in engineering, science, and technology. That's what I want to get out of this whole experience, that our kids are gaining something that they never would have experienced possibly in their lives. And now they're getting it, and they're getting it right here in the city of Miami Gardens, a place that they call home.
How awesome. Congratulations for that. Can you tell us a little bit about what actually went into this program developing for the students in Miami Gardens?
Well, for the start, our owner, Stephen Ross, our managing partner, Tom Garfinkel, wanted to make an impact as being true stewards of the community. We have a long-standing relationship with the city of Miami Gardens. They've been great partners for us, not only through the Miami Dolphins, but also through different events we've had through the stadium, whether it's Jazz in the Gardens, Miami Open, Rolling Loud, and now the Formula One. And so we really wanted to make an investment in education and have an intentional impact. So working with the city of Miami Gardens, amazing program called civic, where we talked about STEM education. We wanted to give these students the opportunity, these youth the opportunity to really learn about Formula One, a sport that they may not have learned a lot about going in, as Mayor Harris, alluded to. So they got a chance to be able to create, be engineers, learn about STEM programming, and really see they can be the next Lewis Hamilton, but also they can be the person that's the engineer behind that. They can be the person that handles all the monitors. They can be the person that handles all the programming and accounting, or whether it's marketing. So really kind of wanted to open up their eyes to a career in Formula One, a career in motorsports, in an area where diversity and inclusion is something that we need to work on. And having these opportunities, I think, are going to inspire these youth. Our goal is to have someone to have a youth that takes part in this program, be a part of the F1 in Schools program nationally. We want to host an event here in Miami Gardens in the next 3 years as well, too. And they got a chance to meet Willie T. Ribbs, a motorsports and African-American legend in the motorsports industry. So it was great for him to see what they had going on. The kids enjoyed it. The Hard Rock got involved. They got Maluma tickets for all the people from civic that did a great job, led by Anika. So it was an amazing event all the way around, but it's only just the beginning. We want to make sure we leave an intentional impact but we want to make sure we have an investment in the education of our youth, specifically here at Miami Gardens.
And then what we also learned was that that impact, that intentionality was not just for grade school children. You also engaged an internship program. Can you tell us about that internship program, please?
Now, absolutely. And starting with the youth and the investment education at the youth level to inspire them, but also how can we have jobs? Our goal through this program is to have we hire people from either City of Miami Gardens residents or people that go to Florida Memorial University or St. Thomas, the two universities, as you know, that are based here at Miami Gardens. So we had 12 interns that worked around 9 different departments, whether it was in our accounting, our marketing team, our communications, community affairs team, different areas throughout our business, creative, et cetera. And so our goal was to continue to have these youth come in and these students come in, get education, and again, inspire them to be work in Formula One or inspire them to work in sports business in general. We have a lot of great students in this program that just need an opportunity. And we want to be able to provide those opportunities for our college students to really carry their careers forward. So we're excited about the 12 that we had. They were all awesome. They played an integral role in this event and executing this event at a high level. We look forward to working with them, but also expanding the program to more students, either at Florida Memorial University or St. Thomas University or City of Miami Gardens residents.
And thank you for bringing that up. With this inaugural group that you all decided to move forward with this internship program, how important was it for you to engage Florida Memorial?
Like it was very important. I mean, their organization we do a lot of work with. Our Player Social Impact Committee through Lennar Foundation has a program where they offer support for people that want to get into the construction and trade industry and programming. But it doesn't stop there. I mean, this is our community. This is our university. And we're excited that we were able to continue to build upon this already strong relationship that we've had, but also really provide access to opportunity. Just as you know, with the culture, with Hip Rockstar, all the things that you have, it's all about access and all about opportunity. And we feel we have a platform to be able to do that, but also inspire youth. So a lot of smiling faces. The internships ended this last week. I'm not afraid to say a couple tears were shed by some of the people in the program talking about how excited they were to be a part of it and how it really inspired them to learn something about something they never knew before. And so this only motivates us to be able to do more and also maybe make sure we have an impact in our 2 universities here at Miami Gardens.
Awesome. Bolstering careers in motorsports. I don't think that anyone has ever even fathomed the fact that some company like F1 would partner with the youth in Miami Gardens and abroad. Congratulations to you all on making such a huge impact in our future. And then there were some minority-owned restaurants that participated, 14 in fact. Tell us about that journey, because it was quite a long journey, right?
It was. I mean, we've worked with different restaurants in different areas to come within the stadium, but unfortunately, when the pandemic hit, we knew a need was needed for the community from a food perspective. So each and every day we work with our partners at Sodexo Live. We gave out 1,000 meals out of our stadium for 18 months throughout the main part of the pandemic. But we also did, and we also learned, which was fortunate for us, we worked with Black-owned, minority-owned restaurants to be able to buy food from them because they also wanted to be of service, but they also had a business to run. So having the ability to keep their business on, keep their lights on, work with their employees, not have to lay off people. It really showed an impact that you can make, not only from a community impact, but an intentional business perspective as well. So when it came back to us throughout our season, we would have some of these restaurants in our stadium during the season, but also really showcase them through Formula One. So as you mentioned, we had those 14 minority-owned restaurants that were part of the program, and locally on a local level, a national level, international level, them having the ability to serve their food and really be worldwide in terms of that. So we were proud to have them either within our stadium, bringing in food trucks and really having them make an intentional impact. And it's something we're going to continue not only through Dolphins events, but also through all the stadium events that we have as well too. And obviously Formula One as we continue to grow it. So it was great to see those programs. We've gotten great feedback, from those restaurants. And the ability is everybody needs that opportunity. Everybody needs that chance. And we have such what Stephen Ross and what Tom Garfinkel created is really a global entertainment destination with all the events that you have coming in. You'd be hard pressed around the world to think of a location and a venue like Miami Gardens, where you have the Miami Dolphins and University of Miami football games, you have the Miami Open, you have the Formula One, you have Rolling Loud, you have Jazz in the Gardens, you have all the different concerts that come in. It's people that come in that really have the ability to come in and see what Miami Gardens has to offer, see what our stadium has to offer, and we want to make sure we have our businesses that are representative of our culture here as well too, being a part of it.
Well, I tell you, you are definitely, as an organization, raising the bar for other outside corporations that are looking to come and provide sporting activities and concerts. You're raising the bar on what we as a community, as a culture, what we're expecting from all of these different entities. What do you have to say about that?
Well, no, I mean, I think we're fortunate to have an owner, Stephen Ross. We have a managing partner in Tom Garfinkel. We have an organization that want to be stewards of the community and also want to leave impact. So we're fortunate that we have the leadership here that recognizes the importance of representing the diverse South Florida culture. I mean, we have a community program called Football Unites, and how can we use the Dolphins brand to connect people? You know, in South Florida, different races, genders, sexual orientations, identity, abilities, and faith. But we all can be connected through sport. We all can be connected through our business outreach. And we want to, again, be reflective of our community in terms of not only the entertainment we provide, but also where, the money that we spend.
So months ago, you all held a watch party for the Formula One Monaco Grand Prix. It was at Hard Rock Stadium, and that was my first time being introduced to all of the food vendors, those restaurants that you all partnered with. What was the rationale behind doing this inaugural event? Because many of us had not even watched Formula One. I think I know your answer, and I've kind of given it away. But what was the mindset around sponsoring that community night watch party?
Well, I think it was what you exactly just mentioned. We wanted to get exposure and understanding of what the sport, was. It's a very global sport. It's one of the most popular sports in the world, but they obviously want to make a foothold in North America, in terms of what it is. So the ability, we knew this event was coming to the stadium. But we also wanted to make sure people understood what it was. And I think it was an opportunity. We had a great marketing group that kind of helped us get people there and helped us fill out the group. Hint, hint, hint. I'm talking to her right now, in terms of having people, attend the event. But it was just a great showcase to understand that you're talking about Monaco and you talk about all the international cities and different events in there. And Miami Gardens deserves that same recognition. And so we wanted to show, hey, this is an event that's around in some of the most well-known, best countries in the world. And this is an event that's going to come to Miami Gardens. And so let's be excited and enthusiastic about it. But also, like you talked about, having the minority restaurants coming in and the food trucks and showing them a precursor to the impact that they were going to make, getting a chance to see some of the cars, getting the chance to see some of the activities and events on the screen, and understand that this is a world-class event and it's coming to a world-class city. So we're excited about it.
Yes, yes. And we were excited to be there, from, like you mentioned, the actual car being on the property, the food trucks, and then the simulators. That car, the simulated car that they had out there, let me tell you, I don't think that I ever really recognized how just jarring that ride is, which takes us into what just completed. We kicked it off on Thursday night with the community watch party. And I want to be quite honest with you. When Lewis Hamilton, the only Black driver in Formula One history, spoke to the attendees at that community night, he said that this was the most diverse crowd that he's ever received. And it felt good to be there on stage. That pierced my heart, because of the efforts that I know that you wanted to have with the Black community, being able to support the event. It just meant a lot, obviously, to him, to be able to see people in the audience that looked like him. And he said 16 years. Jason, we have a long way to go, but we started, right?
I think that's a quote that I will use for life, in terms of we have a long way to go, but we started. And it was great to see the most popular Formula One driver, and one of the most popular of all time, go to our community and be excited and be happy. And he saw the intentional effort that was done, and having his ability to see that, like you said, it meant the world to us as well, because that's what we wanted to showcase. We wanted people to see him, but we also wanted him to see our community and see the representation. So that was the first thing that he had talked about when he came in. And it was great to see crowds of all ages not only experience the track and do like the pit walk and see all the different things associated with all the garages and all the excitement and all the people that go on and putting on this event, but also to see him and also see how he recognized and saw the importance of it and how he was appreciative of it as well too. And it was a great day and a great start to the event overall.
And the Cultures team, they were there from Wednesday night with the opening party all the way through Sunday, the actual race. And they met a number of different Black and brown people from all over the world who were really just excited about it, being in Miami, being in the state, something different for them. What has been the feedback that you've received?
I mean, the feedback has been awesome. Obviously, with everything you do, you want to look at ways to improve. We have a 10-year contract, so we have at least 9 more years of this event. But I think it was a great start. I think people were excited overall. It was a great representation, I think, for Miami, the city of Miami Gardens, for our stadium, and obviously having a little South Florida flair to the overall event. When you talked about the beach club, the marina, the yachts, the different food, the culture, everything associated with it. So I think it was a great showcase. I know we got great feedback, and people really want to come back, too. And I think Formula One was happy as well, too, in terms of their first foray, in the South Florida at this level. I think was a unqualified success, but we also have a lot of ways to go in terms of improving our fan experience, looking at everything we do, because we're not going to rest on our laurels from one event.
Mm-hmm. And so before we go, anything that you would like to let the Culture family know, any announcements or any last items that you would like to add?
No, I think thank you for providing this platform to be able to reach our community. It's very appreciative of what you've done and what you've built and the work that's been done here to really impact us. And we're going to continue to be, intentional. We have Dolphins games, coming up in the future. We're starting our training camp, just released our schedule. But we want to make sure that we're in our community, that we're intentional in our community, and we really have real impact. We don't want to do one event and say, hey, we support this community, support that community. We want to have friends, we want to have partners, and we want to make sure that everyone understands that we are with the culture, or we are the culture, and we're going to continue to push the culture in everything we do.
Well, thank you so much, Jason. We really appreciate the outreach efforts that your team makes. It's very deliberate, it is necessary, and it goes without mentioning that you have done a yeoman's job of trying to bridge the gap and be our voice. So we absolutely appreciate you. And we invite you to come back to the Culture anytime. The door is open. Just let us know when you have announcements to make. We will definitely make the accommodations for you to make any announcements or any requests that you have on our community.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
The Culture is produced and owned by the Culture Media Group and Canada